All right. Hello, everybody. It is a Tuesday evening in July 2024, and I'm out for a walk. I haven't taken probably a good walk in a little bit. I gotta straighten this camera some. Oh, these bushes here are really kind of encroaching on the what the fuck? Okay, so these dudes chopped down a tree, or they got a whole damn tree chopped down, not from their yard, but it was like 6 months ago, and they had it like just strewn across the entrance here, and they're still chopping it up. I don't know what the hell they're doing with it, but yeah, it was huge fire hazard. Huge fire hazard. Hey, I like these flowers here. Very nice. Good flowers. Okay. This neighbor here has the beautiful yard. Beautiful yard. And they got a little farm back there too. Back there. They actually sometimes give us crops if they have too many. So I'm out walking. It was 102 degrees today. It's still pretty hot, but I made sure to drive around in the air conditioning for a little bit before this. I don't think it's going. Made sure to drive around in the very cool air conditioning, get my body all cold before I decided to take this walk, because I don't like overheating. Today I'm going to go to McDonald's, and I'm taking the long way there. There's a much shorter way, but I'm going to take the longer way because I need exercise. I kind of restarted this channel in the beginning to walk, because walking is kind of my thing in order to lose weight. It worked for a little bit, but then it tapered off because there's just gosh, man, life catches up with you. It really does. Life catches up with you. Someone's setting off smoke bombs, it smells like. Oh, now it's no, someone's making marshmallows, something. Okay. Like maybe doing marshmallows over a fire. Now that smells like a hotel. It smells like a Holiday Inn. Okay. Alright, so I haven't been in a Holiday Inn in decades. But I remember they always smelled really good. Okay, so I'm just walking here. And pondering life, because there's a lot to ponder. My dad is in the hospital again. He had a heart attack on Thursday. Today is Tuesday. He had a pacemaker installed yesterday for his heart because it kept stopping. It's no good. So he's actually probably back home by now. But it would have just been today. I had to call them when I reach my destination, I guess. Oh, Idaho license plate. Cool. I have yet to see a West Virginia in the area. 2 years ago, I started this 50 plates from 50 states thing, where just in my area, I try to find a plate from every state of the nation. And so far I found all of them except I think I've seen Delaware. I just forgot to take a picture of it because I thought I already had it. Don't have a Delaware. I don't have a West Virginia. I don't have a Rhode Island. That's it. I've seen all of the other ones. Plus a ton of Canadian and Mexican ones too. Even ones from Iraq and from England. Which is surprising because this is a little nowhere frickin' town in Oregon. So it's really interesting to see those things. Yeah, Hawaii I've seen a lot of Hawaii. I need to plant a bunch of these in my yard because monarch butterflies like eating those plants. And I don't see too many monarch caterpillars anymore. I haven't seen monarch caterpillars in a long time. Those plants used to be covered with them when I was a kid. Absolutely covered with them. But it has been so many years since I've even seen one. And I don't see them flying around too often in the fall either. So I'm just out walking, trying to lose some weight. It's not going to be a terribly long walk. It's probably going to be, it's a little more than a mile, I think. And I suppose I'll try to fill in some commentary while I'm walking, just to make it less boring. Although I guess I could fix it in post and put some background music over it. Yeah, so right now I'm on the street called Blanton. This is okay Blanton over here. Across the street over there is Dirty Blanton. And I'm not going to go over there. Got some beautiful crows up here. I love the crows. They're very nice. You feed them food regularly and they will do nice things for you. Crows in my house clean out my gutters. That's very nice. They bring me tinsels and scraps, but they also clean out my gutters, and that's great because I don't have to get up on the second story roof to do it. What else? Yeah, there's a lot over here. I think they found a dead body there maybe 3 years ago. I think it's fenced off now because I think they finally sold it and they're going to try to develop it into something. But before it was just a field with really tall weeds. And I believe they found a dead body in there. It was really close by, but I think it was in there. Maybe it wasn't in there. Maybe it was on Dirty Blonde. Okay, actually, it wasn't. It wasn't even there. It was on Shaw, one street over. Very dirty street. Very dirty street. Yeah. So I'm just walking through the neighborhood, going to a main street so I can turn around and take the path to McDonald's, at which point I plan on ordering an ice cream cone, soft serve cone, to cool off a little bit, and then I'll walk back home. It's a nice loop, is why I do it. I don't do it as often as I should, but we're in a heat wave this week, so my wife wouldn't have let me do it anyway. And I generally don't like the heat too much either. But I decided to come out today and try it. I first drove to a new park close by. It looks really nice. There's no parking, so I didn't stop. It's not really within walking distance. Well, I guess it is. Everything's within walking distance if you got the time. Anyway, just had to stifle a sneeze there. Another reason I don't like walking during the summer or the spring is because I have pretty bad allergies. Makes my eyes swell up, turn red. They actually swell shut if I'm out in it too much, which I really try not to be. And my skin will break out in a rash. I've become the best person to be around. Really. That's interesting. There's a broken down chair there. Okay. Right. So I'm going to cross here to get over on this side, so I don't have to cross at a more major street. Also, I think that I might not cross right there to look at the food carts. There's a new food pod place opened there a few months ago. I haven't really been into it. There's a vacuum cleaner. Somebody lost a vacuum cleaner. That's nice. But yeah, so this food pod place opened here a few months ago. Looks like it filled up. We're having quite a few food pod places opening in the area. I don't tend to go to them because the food's usually kind of expensive, and I really don't know what the quality of it is, you know? I don't know. But they're big in the community. People love food pods in this community. And that's fine. That actually looks okay. That looks okay. Oh man, they're still open. Look at all that. That's nice. Very nice. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to continue on my way. I don't think any of those places sell ice cream. And it's too early to be looking for it. I'm not so hot yet. I got probably a good hour until it's actually dark out. One of the things about the Pacific Northwest is this time of year it'll stay light out until around 10 p.m., which is nice. Of course, we've already passed the longest day of the year, so it probably is not going to stay light out that long. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with walking around in the dark, I have found. Of course, my cousins would say other things because they used to work across the street here, and at one point or another, they all got mugged walking home just the same way I came. So, you know, whatever. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm going to miss my light. That is unfortunate. But I'm going to press this button here.
Wait.
Wait. Wait.
Wait.
Wait, motherfucker.
wait,
Wait.
wait, 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 wait.
Anyway, so I'm waiting. Gonna take the thing's advice and just wait. Okay. This area has changed so much over the years. This thing with the rounded roof top back there used to be a movie theater. Just a one-screen theater. And I saw a lot of movies there, like Gremlins and Ghostbusters, when I was younger. This Big Lots used to be a Safeway. Apparently it's not one of the Big Lots that are going to close, with them possibly filing bankruptcy soon. It ought to close, but yeah, it's kind of a crap hole, actually. Hey, look, my light is green. I can go risk my life walking across the street. Hey, that guy's being really nice. Thank you so much. Zoom it on a little bit there. There we go. Okay. Thank you, thank you. My fat ass makes it across the street. Guy behind him was kind of pissed off. Huh? Here's the bus vestibule. Yeah, this place has some good laundry places in it. My old bank there, right in front of us, is a very good laundry house that I went to for years after my washer broke. Then I got a new washer, and the day after we got the new washer, the dryer broke. So I've been there a few times since then, but by and large I don't go in there anymore. But it's a really good wash place. Very friendly staff. Ownership is great. Price hasn't changed. Hasn't changed. I don't think I've really been there in like 4 or 5 years to do my laundry regularly. The price hasn't changed to do your laundry. It's amazing. It's good. Maybe it was overpriced to begin with. I don't know. This coffee place here, the owner of it, I don't know if it's the same owner, but he used to have 2 Lamborghinis, and he would drive them here and block off half the parking lot so nobody scratched them. But you know, he'd take his underage female workers on little rides and have little rendezvous with them at my old apartment building. Pretty gross. Now, Little Caesars is good down there. The Chinese place down that way, very good. Very good. Not as good as it used to be. The new owners changed a lot of the menu items, or changed a lot of the recipes for the menu items, but still pretty good. Still pretty good for lunch. I don't like the dinner prices, but the lunch prices and what you get are pretty hard to beat in this area, in my opinion. This Kentucky Fried Chicken must be still open from government grants or something. They don't get a whole lot of customers. That parking lot is the fullest right now that I've seen in a long, long time. And some of those are probably the workers. Otherwise, yeah, I've only been in there. It's just not good food. It used to be. I used to really like their chicken strips and the mashed potatoes and gravy. That's still good. I miss the parfaits they used to have in there when I was a kid. Those were wonderful. For dessert, this place Annie's here is closed. It started out as a humdinger, and they had some fantastic ice cream cones, soft serve ice cream cones, really tall. Then it turned into a Roke's, and then it turned into an Annie's. And it's been closed for years and years. I don't understand. It looks like someone's even kind of taking care of it. I don't know what it's all about. I don't know what that's all about. Yellow Feed Garden and Pet, that is back there, out of sight, behind the East Harbor building, which used to be a sea galley, then turned into the Keg, where everybody, all the kids in my family, except for me, worked at one point, it seems like. The East Harbor is very authentic Chinese food. Very authentic. But yeah, when I go in there now, which hasn't happened very often, but it seems so much smaller than it used to. There's a happy birdie talking. This building has had some stuff in it. I filmed a soap opera in there at one point. I was an actor in one. And there was a sandwich shop in there for a while, Quiznos. Not anymore. This donut day used to be a veterinarian's office, and it still feels very clinical when I go in there. I don't really recommend going in there. And here's some food truck. I don't know what. This Burger King here, I remember when it opened. It was probably 1983-ish, 84-ish maybe. Before we had the closest Burger King, the closest fast food we really had was in Beaverton, a few miles down the road behind me. But this is a good place. I enjoy it. I enjoy the fries. The fries are a whole lot better now than they used to be. Good onion rings, good burgers. Their original chicken sandwich sucks really bad. Man, okay. There's a do-it-yourself car wash back there, which has a problem with the change machines working. It's kind of hard to get your crap going there. But that's okay, it's all outdoors. It's no wonder that they have problems sometimes. Yeah, look at that. The playground here at the Burger King. The original playground was taken down by my old best friend's Boy Scout group. And then the new playground was driven through by one of my old crushes and destroyed. This used to be all a U-Bank. Now it's half U.S. Bank and half Papa John's. The back entry of this place is actually really nice. Very nice. This Chevron used to be a Texaco, I think. Alright. Don't go to Chevron. The gas costs too much. Seriously. It's like the most expensive fucking fuel, I swear. Yeah, the 7-Eleven next to it is not bad. I don't go in there too often anymore, but they actually have decent pizza, which surprised me. Their food isn't too bad. The taquitos and the pizza are pretty good. And the hot dogs are okay too. I don't mind them. And the drinks are affordable. The fountain drinks. Next to that is a Taco Bell. Taco Bell food has gotten a lot more appealing now that I'm not ordering off just the dollar menu, because the things on the dollar menu tend to really upset my stomach. But as soon as I started going for the more expensive options, it was just fine. Just making sure it's safe to cross the street. Okay. Next to that is Stereo King. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody in there, but they do actually work on your car. They got some garages for it, so I guess there's some cars parked there. Maybe they're waiting for a service. The Advanced Auto Parts is okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't go there. Plus, there's an AutoZone right next to it, which I have been into. Yeah. All right. The good news is we're almost to the end of our journey. Almost. Getting close. Oh, there's a Sherwin-Williams there. That's right. There was a family-owned Mexican restaurant there for years, but they went out of business, and then they destroyed the whole damn place. I didn't think much of it, but it was the favorite of a few friends of mine, so that's unfortunate for them. And across the street over there is a whole bunch of businesses. Over that way, there's a space rental, like garage rental place. Next to that is a empty lot that used to be home to a historic mansion, which is actually had a place on the National Registry of Historic Places that Intel bought, destroyed, paved over, and quickly stopped using the lot that they just built. So, fuck Intel. Seriously. Oh, there's the... Okay, I was just gonna say, where are the carpet boys? Hey, they fenced off McDonald's for some reason. Is it drive-through only? What's going on? That's news. I could get in there the other day. I think it's just drive-through only. Oh boy, I walked all that way for nothing. Did I really? Did I really walk all this way for no reason? No, there's a path right there. Great. Great. Oh, I see. Okay, it isn't the whole place. It's a lot of it. They're in the middle of a remodel. I guess they have to remodel every 5 years per their contract, which is honestly asinine. Alright. We have made it to McDonald's. And I am here a day before they start selling this Kit Kat banana split McFlurry, motherfuckers. Shit. I should have went on this walk tomorrow. Well, maybe I still can. Who knows? Oh, they took the... Oh, wait, hold on. Is it closed? Is it really closed? Well, I guess it is, really? Oh, Playland. Okay, I don't care about that. Alright. Damn. So if you want to see a McDonald's with no menus and no place to order on your own, and here's what it looks like. All right. So the drivers are still getting their food. I don't know if I can order on my own. I don't know. We're gonna find out. With this. Oh, sweet. Can I get an ice cream cone? Oh, wait. Is your Kit Kat? That's tomorrow, right?
No, we haven't.
Oh. Yeah. Well, let me get that then.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
It's gonna be $4.59.
Okay. Whoop. It's so funny being in here with no menus.
Right? Remodeling.
I know. I know. Every 5 years, I know. Yep.
Have you not yet?
Okay, so I got the banana split thing here. Looks good. Probably is good. Going to eat it. I'm very sweaty. It wasn't cool outside. It's pretty hot. But yeah, I'm going to eat this and cool off and then make my way home. Thank you for joining me today. Let's see. That's good. Very good. Probably not as good as the grandma one they just had. That one was very good. I was pretty upset they took it away. This is good. This is good though. Thank you for joining me.